That looks so freaking sick. I'd be terrified if I was them, but that looks so freaking sick. Bro, you can't do... This is the worst show now. Not only did they fail to give me a great fight scene, now they're killing my pupper? That's some grade A bullshit. She's so burnt out, bro. I can't even blame her, though. How long has she been doing this for, and she's giving maximum energy? Please. I can't keep doing this. The Pope's ass in all its glory. So last week, I had some complaints about what they ended up doing for the seemingly final battle of the show. When you see what they did for Season 1 in Jade, it leaves a lot to be desired. And I had a mixed reaction. I've had some people agree with me, some people disagree with me, some saying, wait till next week, it'll make up for it. And overall, do I leave Season 2 of 7th Prince feeling like it redeemed itself? I mean, kind of, I guess, but I mean, there's no way in hell I would look at the finale of this and say it surpasses the finale of Season 1. That said, do I want a Season 3? Because Season 3 just sounds so stupid it's brilliant, with our girl seemingly becoming Pope, him dressed up like a Pope, but I assume is just now a member of the church, but hell, knowing Lloyd, he'll somehow become Pope. Yeah, that sounds pretty great. Overall, though, did I have a great time watching this show overall? Absolutely. Was there a lot of highs that surpassed Season 1? 100%. But if I'm being completely honest, the Jade versus Lloyd fight is 100 times more entertaining for me than the Pope versus Lloyd fight, but that's just me. Now, you make sure you drop a like on this video, show your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patrons will catch my full live reactions and thoughts if you also want to help fund the channel and videos just like these. So, the thing that is nice, I will say, is even though there wasn't much back and forth like the Jade fight, and I saw the comments last week, I'll get them again. Yeah, but he wasn't going to struggle against him, blah, blah, blah. The author could have made him. It would have been more entertaining. I've seen a variety of responses, oh, this isn't an action anime, this, that, and the third, but, like, at the end of the day, this is essentially a Thicc Shota pretending he's a Dragon Ball character. Like, for the most part, any action scene, it feels like Dragon Ball, so it absolutely is an action anime. There's more to it than just action, but that is like one of the primary things about this show. So if the action falls flat for me, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. There are some cool attacks. I like the concept that Lloyd, despite him not struggling, he saw the opportunity for an ally. He's like, well, if you survive this beam of purifying magic, maybe I want you around. And this guy looked at him dead ass and said, bitch, you didn't care about my sad backstory. I would rather die than bend the knee. Very funny stuff. And at the end of the day, it does seem like he probably will be an ally of some sort eventually, just not at the immediate present. But there was a lot of fun-looking attacks, but I think where it fell flat for me is that there was no... If you go back and just look at a montage, go look at an AMV that was probably made for Season 1. Lloyd versus Jade was this constant back and forth of... It felt like Dragon Ball level insanity, just with even better animation. Where this was just like... Exodia Obliterate. Oh, that didn't work? Hyper Beam. And while that can be cool, when you go from absolute excellence to just, well, that kind of seems lame in comparison. It's going to feel like a letdown. The thing is when we get Season 3, which I assume we will, I'm going to assume the final battle of that season will be similarly structured to that of Season 2. So if they give me something that mirrors Season 1, I'll just have my expectations surpassed, because now my expectations are at a different point. Some people say I'm being too harsh, this, that, and the third, but it's not. Like, I still enjoy it. It's just the final couple episodes are like a 7 or 8 out of 10 entertainment value, where like most of the final battle building up to the Lloyd stuff was like a 9 or 10 out of 10 for me. Like, there was a lot of really enjoyable aspects. It's just, I really felt like they had the perfect structure, because I'm thinking, back in Season 1, they flip-flop between all the fights. I felt like we were just going to have like one big epic fight with Lloyd at the end. But... you know, the fact that they didn't just kill him off gives him a lot more possibilities in the future. I just feel like the best way to describe my opinion of this is take the, like, ending points of episode 11, take the entirety of episode 12, 2 slices of bread and a little bit of meat. I just felt like we could have fit an extra episode or 2 worth of just monkey brain level action to finish up that sandwich, and it would have been a lot more tasty. Like I said, though, there's going to be people who disagree. But at the end of the day, like, as someone who was pretty bummed out by the end of last week's episode, not that, like, my week was ruined or I thought the show fell off, just like, man, I guess I had my expectations set for something the author never wanted to do, but it can feel disappointing. I will say I leave much happier this week than I was anticipating I would, but I still wish it was a little different. But the characterization was great. I like what they did overall with the side cast, and honestly, a girl just casually joining up to the church because she wanted to sing is the funniest thing ever. But it's actually a great way to explain to a guy, like, hey, like, look at who I guess is going to be the next pope. She did shit for fun. Look at me. I do shit for fun. Just do whatever you want for fun, bro. That's how we live around here. It's pretty hilarious. I also like how Lloyd ends up trying to cover for himself with his sister. He's like, oh shit, did you hear me in the clouds? No, I promise. I like that. It's kind of fun. It's nice having more people in on the idea of Lloyd, even though she's just kind of like, yeah, it was a fun festival, huh? Like, yeah, it was wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I like that type of stuff. Good stuff. Like, the production was fairly solid. I saw some people last week disappointed in how it looked. I do agree that last week was underproduced in comparison to other episodes, but it's not like it was bad. Like, it was like, oh my god, look how ugly it is. The art remained consistent, and there was some good moments with animation, but I think it goes back to what I was saying. Look at, like, even the build-up to that fight. Like, all the side fights were really good looking. Season 1's fight looked like we had some of the craziest Sakuga known to man for multiple episodes on deck. Like, it's different. It's definitely weaker, but I still had fun. You know, at the end of the day, not everything will be for you. And I'm a firm believer that because you want something and the author doesn't do it, doesn't necessarily make it a mistake. You can feel disappointed that it's not what you wanted, but I'm not going to sit here and say, because the author didn't do it this way, they f***ed up, or they messed up. I'm saying for me personally, my entertainment would have been far better if they did this. I think it, yes, probably would have been more enjoyable written this way, but I'm not going to say the author made a mistake. Because at the end of the day, I recognize I had expectations set that were never going to seemingly be met, but it is okay for me to want more than what the author delivered. I'm just not going to sit here and say, oh, the author's an idiot. No, it's just difference of opinion. And it, clearly, there was a decent split among my audience and what I've seen online. Some people agree with my statement. There should have been more actual hand-to-hand combat. We should have made Lloyd, even if he wasn't struggling, just have that epicness a bit more. But then I also saw people like exactly how they did it. So there isn't one way to write things. It's just, this is my opinion, and hopefully you understand, like, I'm being respectful about it. I'm not saying, damn you people for liking it more than me. No, like, honestly, I wish I could enjoy it a little more than I am, but at the end of the day, it's just how I feel. I'm still very much wanting a season 3. I like the ridiculousness of the show. It just, you know, the final couple episodes weren't exactly my cup of tea, but hey, can't win them all, right? Let me know what you thought, though. I mean, overall, I would say I enjoyed the last episode of this probably at least 2 times more than I did last week's episode, so ain't all bad for me, but you let me know what you're feeling down below. Drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreon is, of course, where you catch my full live reactions and more. Like, hey, I also like to give video shoutouts to my patrons. So today we got Nicholas Wilhelm, Francis Mondra, Neko Chibi, June96, Miguel Frances, Kim Andre Olsen, Shadow868, Jacob Winslow, Sovereign, and we also have Tobias Reinhold. So I appreciate the support. Please take care, and you'll have a good one.